All right. So, hey, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Over there is Dabby Cab, as he is every Saturday. Nice to see you, Dabby. Congratulations on your winning day yesterday. I knew how important that was to you, so congratulations there. How are you doing?
Good, man. And yeah, I had to win yesterday. It gets critical, man. You know, it's funny because if you go back to last Saturday, like right now, I'm like 9-6 the last 7 days. No big deal. But when you lose 3 days in a row, it don't fucking matter what you did 4 or 5 days ago. All that matters is, hey, I just lost 3 days in a row, and that's money that's bleeding out of my account. I have to win. So yeah, I felt like I had to win yesterday. I'm glad I did. I would have liked the sweep, but the Blue Jays are a bunch of fucking bums.
Yeah, they stink.
What?
They stink.
Dude, they got to get rid of Springer, bro. He's just an asshole in the middle of that lineup for no reason.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hopefully they get rid of everyone on that team. I'd very much like to see them blow it up and make me laugh personally. But nice to see everyone in the chat. I know we're obviously running at the same time as the horse stream, so we will get this show underway and get everyone over there as well because it's a full day of horse action. So shout out to Jimmy and the clan there. All right. Let's talk about game one. Dabby Cab, where do you think this game is?
What do you mean, where do I think it is?
This game is being played in London, England today. Philadelphia Phillies, New York Metropolitans. I just didn't know if you knew this was a London game. We've got this is going to be very interesting. Here's the thing. These games have flown over when they've been played. The first year I remember very well because it was Red Sox Yankees, and then they had the juice balls that day, and they brought out like the super juice balls in that series. Like 40 runs were scored in two games. It was quite funny to watch. But here's the thing, Dabby. I think we've got rid of the juice balls, and I think the first game of these like showcase series typically go under, and then the next one goes over. And I think that's what I'm gonna roll with today. Full game under 10 here. Both pitchers have been competent. Ranger Suarez is arguably leading in the Cy Young right now. He's been phenomenal. And Sean Manaea has not been bad this year, which if you would have asked me before the season, what do you think Sean Manaea is going to do this year? I probably would have said shit all nothing. But he's been a nice surprise to the Mets. We'll see if this guy lasts the full season on the Mets as well. His last start was a crusher against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 10 Ks, 2 walks. I like a bounce back here. Diamondbacks are good against lefties full season as well. Let's check out numbers against lefties for both these teams this past month. Philadelphia Phillies where are you, Philadelphia? They're 10th, 112 weighted runs created plus. New York Metropolitans are 8th, 118 weighted runs created plus. So a little concerning, a little scary, but I'm going to take the under here, Dabby. Under 10, minus 106. Market in this game, 71% of the bets and money on the over. This opened up at 10.5, and we have gone down to that 10. I've got 10 minus 110 and our friends at Bet Online that opened up, like I said, at 10.5 minus 115 to the under here. I think it's going to be an interesting game, and I hope that it's at least a quieter game here between these two teams. And Dabby, to make things even more interesting, this game will probably be popping off right around the end of the show. I'm going to bet the Nerfy as well in this game, just to really feel something as well, Dabby. So both official plays here, under 10 minus 106, and the Nerfy at even money for me in this game. Going to sweat that out in front of everyone. Hopefully it'll be fun. Dabby Cab, any thoughts on this game?
It's like fucking Morgan Spooner was reading my mind. I just got done pulling up, Harper stuff against lefties, 271 this season, 4 homers, 14 RBIs, 101 plate appearances, and I was. Thank you, Justin. I was wondering, I keep sneezing this morning. I don't know what's going on. I was wondering, could he possibly have a little bit worse numbers? And I guess like a little bit, but not enough to want to keep me off here. I think Harper over 1.5 bases at plus money, especially if we saw how much this played to the over last year, is a really good bet. And I also want to back the Phillies here. Suarez is coming off his only start. I mean, you can't call it a blown up start. Where is this at? What was it? 4 runs. I think. Let me pull it up really quick. Yeah, 4 runs, 6 innings to Colorado. I guess he threw the 2 innings against St. Louis, but before that, on May 26th, the 4 runs against Colorado. It's the most he's given up all year. So I think it's a good spot for Suarez to bounce back. He has a lot of history against this Mets team here. 9 outings against them, a 3.41 ERA in those 9 outings. So it hasn't been like bad or that great, but it's still decent. And then he's just been absolutely dominant this year. You talked about it. Suarez has been outstanding this year. So I really lean towards the Phillies here. I might get there and bet them before the show ends. And I also want to look at Bryce Harper's over 1.5 bases.
Okay. I like that. I was, admittedly, Steven Harrison was kind of getting me to be semi-interested in like a Bryce Harper home run prop, as a semi hedge to my unders
Over
that I think are going to
1.5
happen
bases.
today. Deb, if I'm gonna play the total bases, I'm not gonna be no bitch, and I'm just gonna do the home run prop.
That don't make no sense, but okay. Hey, I'll be right back, dude. Start this next one. I'll be right back. 1 second.
No, do your thing. But yes, I'm thinking about it, Steven. I'm definitely thinking about it. We'll see if I end up making it official. Please remind me at the end of the program and let me know what you guys think, as always, about a little Bryce Harper home run today. I did pull up his numbers against Sean Manaea, and Steven, if you could help me and find the price for that, that'd be ideal as well. But he's had 5 plate appearances, only 1 hit, ground out to short, single, fly out to center field, deep center field, and strikeout looking. So those are the stats for him so far. So we'll see how that goes next. All right, let's go to Braves Nationals here, a series that's been cashing us some tickets. We took Braves we took Nationals first 5 in the under yesterday. That was beautiful. Mackenzie Gore now on the bump versus Charlie Morton here. Jake Irvin did a great job yesterday. Honestly, guys, I think I'm going to go right back to the well here. We've talked about how yesterday the Braves are going to be a great under team, they have been a great under team this year, and we should just jump on because of the bias that everyone has towards the Braves' great offense, et cetera, and we'll just keep getting interesting numbers. But yeah, I like the Nationals again. First 5 here. Mackenzie Gore, good lefty. We've talked about him. It feels like countless times at this point with trades and everything, and now he's the head of this rotation. Very interestingly enough, he's coming off of a shit start, which makes me feel good. I like a bounce back here. He faced Atlanta on the 29th, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. One of them earned 10 Ks, no walks there. So I do kind of want to go back to the well. First 5 Nationals here and the under here. Let's talk about Charlie Morton. We'll talk about the line movement and where the bets are, and we'll pass to our friend Dabby Cab here. Nationals went 5 2/3. Sorry, I should say Morton went 5 2/3 against the Nationals. 12 hits, 8 earned runs, 7 Ks, 2 walks on a home run there. Touched up, but I do think the zigzag theory is real, and we'll talk about that later on in this program. So I do think he'll have a better start here. But yeah, I do like that as well here. So I'm going to take yield Washington Nationals here. First 5 plus 105 here. Let's talk about the market here, and you guys will I will hopefully get more confident here. 82% of the bets, 71% of the money on the Braves here. Not surprising at all. This line opened up at minus 135, and it has not moved at all. Bovada opened this at minus 138. It's gone up 2 cents. But yeah, I like the Nationals here, first 5. Totals wise, 58% of the bets, 59% of the money on the over. That's pretty rare for what it's been recently, because it's been 90+% on overs in every game, it seems like. And this total has crept up to that over 28, minus 128 to the 8 now, and now an 8.5 being shown at Bovada and Bookmaker here as well. So I guess I'll stay off the full game under and stick with just Washington Nationals first 5 money line for me plus 105. Dabby Cab, welcome back. Any thoughts here?
If I keep sneezing, I'm gonna have to go off camera again for a second. I can't stop fucking sneezing. Our guy Ryan said Mania over 2.5 ERA is minus 155. Man, and I'm seeing this total is coming down to 9.5 at a few places. That game really interests me. I really think I should probably take the Phillies first 5 because they think somebody's going to score, but I don't think they think it's the Mets.
Dabby's just getting fucked up by allergies today.
Dude, I'm fucking dying. I'm sorry. I can't breathe right now. So
and a little spoiler for tomorrow. Dabby Cab is going to be back on the show tomorrow. It'll be my first show not on the show in a year because, as people can tell, I'm moving, hence my lack of shelves. By the way, Dabby, I'm sure you've heard this before, but I'll tell you again. I have raccoons living in my walls. Currently.
Raccoons?
Yeah, raccoons.
Raccoons.
Yeah, raccoons. But they're living in my walls currently, so I'm switching apartments. So now I have to fucking move all my shit tomorrow, which is going to be a gigantic pain in the ass. So Mike M and Dabby Cab tomorrow for Say Hey Play. So that would be very fun. But Dabby Cab, any thoughts on this game otherwise?
I think that as much as everybody understands the Braves are still always going to have a tax because they're the Braves. It's what they get. They get the run tax. But even with that, totals are going to adjust quickly. And I'm probably not going to bet it here, but their team total over 4.5 at plus money. I mean, come on, man. It's finally plus money. So there has been an adjustment. I know they haven't been getting there lately, but I don't know, man. Okay. I know you're on the Nationals, but I think the Braves plus money is not looking too bad to me right here on their team total. They've only hit it 2 times out of their last 5 games here. Only hitting 245 as a team. So, I mean, the Braves aren't a dangerous offense anymore, right, Jose? You don't got to be scared of the Braves anymore, right?
I don't think so. I can give you their numbers against lefties in the last month if it makes you feel better.
Do that if it's going to sound really bad.
Braves against lefties from last month to today, 91 weighted runs created plus 21st best in the league. By the way, right in front of them, Dabby Cab, your favorite team, the Texas Rangers. 92.
They're so bad. Bro, I've been telling you they're bad, though. If you've listened to me, I've said they're bad from the beginning.
Yeah, I've been saying they're bad for 2 years now, but it just happened last year. They won the World Series,
They can't. Whoops. You can't say they were bad last year anymore. They won the World Series.
Minnesota Twins versus the Pittsburgh Pirates here. A game that I honestly did not give one fuck about because I just cannot get behind the Simeon Woods Richardson train. I've tried, and now we've got Carmen Maslonsky on the bump here, who has been up before this year, just in a reliever role, which is going to be interesting to see if we're just getting a straight bullpen day from the Pirates here. Let me refresh. Good old RotoWire. They're giving us a Luis Ortiz primary for the Pittsburgh Pirates today. So let us do a little research on Luis Ortiz. My favorite part about Luis Ortiz is that there's a Luis L. Ortiz and there's a Luis, what is that other F?
Oh, there Ortiz. Is a different pitcher pitching for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's the Carmen, whatever the fuck is just an opener. And Luis Ortiz is going to be the primary. He also has not started a game, but he's gone 3 innings, 2 innings. But this is going to be like a straight bullpen day for the Pirates here. So it's going to be interesting against the Twins, a team that can't really hit. We've talked about it several times of betting with the bag that even if you have a bad bullpen on bullpen days, they tend to step up. For whatever reason, maybe they feel like the game's fully on them, so they just progress a little more. I don't know, but their bullpen is relatively rested. Chapman threw 11 yesterday, Bednar threw 16, and Colin Holderman threw 15. But I expect all those guys to be available if needed It's going to be interesting, Dabby. Simeon Woods Richardson on the other side. Again, I don't know if I can really trust the guy here. He's not like pitched poorly in the sense 4 1/3, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs. Last time out against Houston, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs against the Royals, 4 2/3 shutout against the Nationals. It's just, there's always seems to be some runs here, and the Twins are not a team that I quite frankly believe in offensively. So it's more of a combination of him and the Twins offense that keeps me off here. Dabby, let's go to the market real quick. 56% of the bet, 79% of the money on the Minnesota Twins here. This line opened up at, where'd you go? Minus 117. It's gone up a little bit. Minus 119, minus 125 as well. And 69% of the bets and 79% of the money on the over in this game. Debbie Cab, any thoughts?
No, man, you talked for a long time, and I couldn't give a shit about. There's too much name. I mean, just look at how much name is in the fucking pitching bar below me. Simeon Wood, Richardson, Carmel, Lozowski. I don't fucking know either of these guys. I mean, I've seen Simeon Wood Richardson. His name's too long for me. Not all I have to do is see him one time, and I'm forever gonna remember that guy. But I still don't know who he is. If I'm being honest, I've seen the name, but I don't know him. This is too much name. I don't even know these people. If anybody wants to talk shit, go ahead. But if you know who Carmen Milodowski and Simeon Wood Richardson are, more power to you. Congratulations.
Fair enough. Dabby, some behind the scenes updates. Helga has awoken. She has a headache. You want to know why she has a headache, Dabby Cab? Because in a dream of mine, she cheated on me, apparently. So there you go. That's why she has that headache.
She says she was getting her headboard. She was getting her head banged against the headboard.
Fuck yeah, in my dream. That's why I just woke up furious. I was like, what the fuck? I was so angry this morning. It was fun. I was so angry. I was like, you know what? Take my blanket, take a pillow. I'm going to the couch. I'm going to do my work over there quietly. And that's what I did. It was very fun. So shout out to Helga as always. Giants Rangers here. Dabby Cab, I talked a lot there. I want to hear your thoughts on this Texas Rangers team against Andrew Heaney, and who I believe we're getting Spencer Howard on the other side of former Phillies fame. So, Dabby Cab, how are you feeling about your Rangers, even though 2 seconds ago you said they suck dick and balls?
Do you have any kind of update on Simeon? Because, that was one of the worst things ever being on his total base prop, watching him pull his hamstring in the second fucking inning.
Let's go to look up good old Corey Seager and see what he is going to do.
I'm just curious what
here.
they officially said. I mean, I know it was his hamstring because I watched it.
Yeah, I know you watched it. I felt bad for you. That was tough stuff there. But 20 hours ago, good old Evan Grant said that he was stretching on the field, doing some lunges, and he looks like he's going to avoid the IL. No obvious word on him. No word on him yet, obviously today. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't expect him to go in the IL like that's just said as well. But I don't think he'll play today, honestly.
Okay, I was just curious. Not that I would jump on him right away, anyways, because we don't know how healthy he is. But you know what's pathetic about the Rangers right now? Is it 2-6, and I can't even pull up the fucking numbers because they weren't sure who was pitching. At 2-6, you got to trust Heaney right now more than you trust most of the pitchers on the starting rotation. I mean,
which is hilarious to think about.
It is. I mean, or Jose Urena at home. I mean, we're just gonna have to act like his home numbers are legit, and he's gonna keep those numbers going. I don't know what to do with this Rangers team, and I don't know how I would even consider betting this game. I hate looking at it like that, but maybe lean towards the Rangers here. But I'm not convicted enough at all to get to the window with it.
Okay, fair enough. I feel the same way. Honestly, I didn't want any action in this game. I didn't feel good about either one of these teams. I'm glad Nutplush just popped in the chat so he can let us know his thoughts on his Giants here. 86% of the bets, 89% of the money on the Rangers here, and 96 and 96% of the bets and money are on the over in this game. This money line opened up at minus 130. Really hasn't moved much. And that it didn't move much because I think it's still kind of Maybe it's still up in the air that Spencer Howard is really a starter, but I think he goes, and the books just haven't gotten there, I guess. But they're showing lines. So open up at a 9, and it's gone down to 8.5 at some places. But we'll see. No action here for me. Nut Flush do not have a lot of nut lineup confirmations here. I'm going to go to RotoWire and refresh real fast to see here. No confirmed lineups yet. So we won't know for a few hours for sure. Let's keep rolling to Toronto, Oakland here. And sneaky one of the better pitching matchups today. Luis Medina, Dabby Cab. Luis Medina has probably had the best, or maybe had the best last month of anyone in baseball. Or I should say last start. I don't think he's pitching like fucking the whole month, but he dominated the Braves. And who knows? Because it's the Braves, and Luis Medina is going to roll the dice with us here. But Luis has pitched well. It's been pretty shocking to see. And I don't know if I'm going to believe him here. His one start was 5 2/3, 2 hits, only 1 run not earned, 6 Ks, 2 walks. Great debut. Just fantastic debut. You can't really ask for much more than that. And maybe I was being a little hyperbolic earlier about Luis Medina, but I don't know what he's going to do here against a Blue Jays offense that I don't trust. I don't think is good. We've heard Jimmy the Bag talk about how much he doesn't trust it and his lack of belief in them, et cetera, et cetera. So I think I'm staying off this game. And if anything, I'm taking the A's. Numbers against righties last month, these teams are 11th and 12th, 103 and 102 weighted runs created plus. So it's not much to differentiate. It's really about who's the pitching you like more here. Do you think are you on Mike M and my side that maybe think that Kevin Gausman's a little more washed up, or do you think where you're with Jimmy and he thinks that Kevin's still really good and he bets him all the time? It's a tough price here, and the bullpens were used up yesterday, but no action here for me.
It's funny you asked me that because we texted about it last night. Jimmy and I did about Gausman. And I kind of said, I think he probably missed his prime and never really. I don't want to say like he's out of his prime because, he never really had that stretch where he was like amazing. He was good, but he never really had that amazing stretch. And Jimmy didn't seem to like that. He was like, what did I say? I said he's washed. And Jimmy's like, I don't think he's washed, not at 33 years old, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, man, I guess I just feel so far away from playing that I feel like that's old as shit since that's basically the same age as I am. Like,
oh, damn.
So I feel like he probably.
So you're washed up.
I mean, compared to like being pitching in the major leagues, yeah, sure, of course. Medina, though, I don't expect him to consider this no-run start something that he's going to do often. He did throw in 23 games, 109 and 2/3 innings last year. Gave up 5.42 ERA here. I don't think he's invincible, but I don't trust the Blue Jays. I was on the Blue Jays yesterday. The fuck am I going to bet the Blue Jays again for? Bassett pitched great. My whole reason to pitch on the Blue Jays was Bassett was pitching at home in Oakland, a place where he pitched for 6 years. I thought that he would have a great start, and he went 7-8 innings without giving up. He gave up 1 run. I mean, if you can't back a pitcher going 8 innings, giving up 1 run, then I don't know. I'm going to be on the Phillies first 5, though. I agree. I'm moving on that. I'm going to go ahead and bet that right now. Phillies first 5 run line.
All right. Well, I'm glad we pulled that back out. Phillies first 5. That game starts here in about an hour or so, I think. So, all right. Let's keep it rolling, Dabby Cab. Another bet that I have. Baltimore Orioles, Tampa Bay Rays. I have another bet written down in this game, and I'm excited to talk about it here. This teams and these starters faced each other very recently, Dabby Cab, and both of these guys got fucking destroyed, Dabby Cab, against these guys. So it's very funny. Let's talk about Bradish first. That was Bradish's worst start of the year so far. 2 2/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 Ks, 3 walks there. Just disgusting. Obviously, horrible start. Now this is his second start after it against Taj Bradley, who shockingly, Dabby Cab, had a worse start. 3 1/3, 9 hits.
Well, if you say my name one more time in this breakdown.
No, Dabby Cab, I'm going to keep saying it. 4
God
home
damn it.
runs. 4 home runs allowed. I believe in the zigzag theory, Dabby Cab. I believe in it. And I'm going to take and you know, even worse, I've said this, I got crushed. I've been getting crushed on first 5 totals this year. I don't know why. Full game totals dominating. First 5 totals, no. But I'm going to bet a first 5 total here because I don't trust these bullpens. First 5 under here for -102, believing in the zigzag, bouncing back from those shit starts, putting in the work and time. Let's fucking do this. So, Dabby, what do you have on this game?
Let's do what? What did you bet?
First 5 under, 4.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get the zigzag theory, and I'm telling you from like a former like playing perspective, I'm thinking about it, not necessarily what I've seen gambling, but from a playing perspective, yeah, I get the zigzag theory for the pitchers here. The only problem with that theory in this situation here is Bradley's going against the same team that just lit him up. I think you let that theory out the window when you're going against the same team that's the one that lit you up, if that makes sense. But we will see here if I am correct about that. I think that Bradley is in dangerous water right now against these Orioles today. And I think that -129 is a very tempting and cheap offer by the books for the Orioles in this spot.
Man, this is going to be a very fun game. Yeah, and again, by the way, for those who are actually interested, I do, or I have kept track of like my specific bet categories this year to keep up to date and see what I'm doing well this year. First 5 totals, 21 and 30, 41%, down 13 units on them so far this year.
That's not good.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But full game, Abby Cab, full game, 55 and 40, 57%, up 10 units. Doesn't make sense to me. Does not make sense to me. I'm taking the first 5 here. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be fun. By the way, Dabby, the funniest stat I have in my gambling stats, I guess, -1 run lines, 1-7 this year. 1-7.
That's terrible, Jose.
Yeah, and not flush. Since you're asking team totals, I'm 14 and 18, down 6 units so far on team totals.
Well,
But
I
I
guess
have
since we're
cashed a
doing
few
this
recently.
since we're doing this, and I don't feel bad doing it because when I said 14-0, I took that L the very first time, but then I got another win last Saturday, I think it was, with them. I am 15-1 when I've bet Phillies games this year. That includes totals, team totals, and sides, but 15-1 when I bet Phillies games this year.
Well, I hope you cash today.
Me too.
I just hope
I'll
it's
get
1-0. I just hope it's 0-0. All right, let's talk about the worst team in baseball, the Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox here. The most unsurprising loss of the season for the Red Sox yesterday. They are an average ball club. This is what they do. They win one, they lose one, they stay 500 no matter what the cost is, even if it is at the cost of fucking losing to the worst team in baseball and breaking their franchise record losing streak for them. So you're welcome. They're 32 and 32 right now. Nick Nastrini on the bump versus Brian Bayo. I mean, this is obvious that the Red Sox are going to smash here to go above 500, and then they play the White Sox again, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they lose because this is what the Red Sox do. They win one, they lose one, they stay 500. And if they win 2 games in a row, congrats. Guess what? They're going to lose 2 back-to-back to go back to 500 because this is what this Red Sox team is perpetually, forever, and always. Money line markets, you won't be surprised. 88% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Red Sox here. And on the total, 85% of the bets, 70% of the money on the Red Sox. I saw my guy, Kyle Hentley, who we haven't seen in the chat for a long time, put Red Sox -1.5 in the chat and a bounce back just for his sake. 95% of the bets, 93% of the money on that -1.5 there as well.
It's juicy right now. I was just looking at it because I would have taken it maybe if it was like -115 or so, but it's getting up to -140 at some places.
And I mean, I like it. It's just again, you guys just heard my numbers with run lines this year.
I'm not betting
no,
it.
thank you.
No, don't even give it to me. I'm not betting this.
No. I'm good here. There's nothing I want to bet here as well. Like I said, I expect them to win. And by the way, Kyle, it's nice to see you. Hope the family's doing well. But like, yeah, maybe you ladder team total, like Nufflush is saying. I don't hate that at all. So that's a good way to bet it.
He hit the
But you just
Padres
have
ladder
to
team total last night.
nice. That's dope. But yeah, Nufflush, let us know what numbers you're getting if you're going to go ahead and move on that. So I don't want anything in this game, but I do respect Kyle Hanley and liking the -1.5. I do like the Nufflush team total overs, but nothing here for me. All right, let's go next. Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati Reds. A game I almost moved on. Line moving towards Ben Brown. Very interesting. We've talked about these home teams, the short favorites, and then home dog, etc. And we're seeing the line drop here, and that's kind of why I have not moved on it. It is now -107 for the Cincinnati Reds, and we might be getting to that territory if it does that complete flip. So I probably am not going to move on this game, but it does seem like the Cubs are alive in this game, and I would be surprised if they didn't put up a good showing here. 78% of the bets and only 52% of the money on the Reds here. So bigger bets on the Cubs here. 22% of the bets, 48% of the money. Andrew Abbott, good lefty, but the Nickeldillo just shut them down yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see if they make adjustments to a lefty. 36% of the bets and 44% of the money on the over. This is the first total market-wise that I've seen more money on the under in I don't know how long. Like weeks? It feels like every game this year, every game this month has been 90 plus, 80 plus % of the bets and money on the over. This has been a rare one that more people are betting the under in this game. That's shocking. That means this over is going to hit, obviously.
You see what Andrew G said? Here come the Reds. I lean Cubs in this game too, but I'm not betting against a team. What are they 5-0 or have they won more than that? I'm just looking at the last 5 games. How many have they won in a row? Just 5.
It's a great question. The Cincinnati Reds are on a W6 right now, 6-game winning streak, 7-3 the last 10.
I'm not trying to bet against a team that's going for their 7th win because, I think I lean Cubs in this game. I'm not going to go against a team that's won 6 in a row. That's stupid. That's even if you're right. I just don't think that's good etiquette long term.
Well, I'll tell you this: we fans might not be standings watching. But the players, there's definitely standings in their locker room, and they know how far away and how, where they are in the division. And I just looked. Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs have the same record. And boy, oh boy, I'm sure the Reds would love to win this game and go above them here. I lean over in this game, shockingly enough, after all this. I thought I'd be perhaps an under better here. But I lean over. I think both these guys get touched up, and I think the Reds, though it seems like the line's moving towards the Cubs to make it seem like the Cubs are live, I think the Reds offense shows up here, and I think this will be an offensive game. But I'm not going to move on it either. Cab, you're not moving on it?
No.
Yeah, and I agree with you. No, this is Cubs offense. Horrible. Excuse me? Well, I like your cup. Nice pink cup.
Pink? Yeah, it's probably my wife's, but I'm using it.
I like it. I didn't know there was no slanderous words there. I liked your cup.
No. Hey, shout out our guy Ski Profit showing up in the chat, man. Good to Ski.
Yeah, nice to see you, Ski. I hope you have your Celtics money in already. Milwaukee Brewers, Detroit Tigers, Freddie Peralta versus Casey Mize here. Freddie Peralta -160 is a little aggressive. I will admit that. Freddie's been pitching great this year. This has probably been one of his best seasons in the last 3 or 4. And I'm glad that he stepped up here because no Woodruff, no Burns. Last start was a little shaky against the White Sox. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Dominated the Cubs 5 2/3, 1 earned run, 11 Ks, 2 walks. Dominated Miami 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run there. I just don't know what to make of him here, and I don't know what to do with the Detroit offense either. Last month against righties, Detroit is 18th, 98 weighted runs created plus, pretty average. And the Brewers, I don't know how, and it always amazes me that the Brewers can hit because I just like it's Christian Yelich and then a bunch of guys that nobody really knows. And they were fifth best against righties last month, 112 weighted runs created plus. Market wise in this game, where are you, Tigers? Show your face.
Used to that no approach Brewers team that they've had the past couple of years, but yeah, I mean,
new manager, new approach.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Approach at the plate is everything in baseball.
83% of the bets, 72% of the money on the Brewers in this game, and totals wise here, 84% of the bets, 86% of the money on the over in this game. This total has not moved. 8 minus 110 has stayed there. This total or this money line has not moved really much either at minus 160 for the Brewers. Any thoughts on this game, Dabby?
Yeah, I know it's a high price for Peralta sitting at 3.74 ERA on the season. And, he's one of those guys that you kind of don't get surprised when he's in the mid threes. I mean, we've seen him do great things. We've seen him throw shutouts, but kind of right where we expect him. So I get why you say it's kind of high, but against Mize in this spot, I think it's right. And I think Peralta's earned that number this year. And I think if you want to lay a run line in the first 5, I don't think there's really I know people don't like run lines a ton, but I don't think a first 5 run line with the Brewers here would be outrageous. I kind of like it, and I might get there with it. I mean, Brewers from top to bottom, we were talking about it. I trust them more at the plate without question. And if you're asking me who I wanted to bump for me pitching in the game, it's Peralta. There's no doubt. So I've got the better starting pitcher here. I've got the lineup I trust a lot more. 5
better bullpen as well.
Yeah, but still, I'd still go first 5 probably, just because I don't like full game run lines. I hate them. Maybe you could go -1 if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's overall just better team at the end of the day. You're right. Better bullpen, better pitcher, better hitters. I trust the manager more. Well, it's AJ Hinch, but I go back and forth. Whatever. It's fine. No action here for me. And Nutflush Allen loves the Red Sox. They take their team totals up, and up here. So it'll be very interesting to watch. I'll be watching and thinking about you, Nutflush, today as well. So there are a lot of runs for you. Next game, one of the craziest games of the year. Seattle Mariners, Kansas City Royals last night.
What?
Mariners take a 7-0 lead.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? They took a 7-0 lead in the first inning, and the Royals take out their pickaxes and chip, and they come back and win in the 9th inning, which was crazy. I wish I would have just live bet the Royals in the first inning for shits and gigs, but crazy game. Here's the thing. Do you really want to back the Royals after such an emotional win? I don't. I'm sure the Seattle Mariners are going to be fucking pissed. And Luis Castillo is obviously going to be really good, and he's going to be motivated to go out there and shut down these Royals bats.
I mean, you said the right thing for once with Castillo, because you always spew such ridiculous comments about.
I mean, he's the 3rd best pitcher on the staff. 2nd best, maybe.
Okay. That's not an insult, but the things you usually say are a lot worse than that, and they're incorrect. You've called him a not good pitcher multiple times. I will say this. I'm not sure if I want to go against Castillo, but the Royals off of an emotional win, I'm okay with backing simply because they're a young team. I keep saying it. I believe in this Royals team. This Royals team is real. Jake Burns put it great. I fucking love the Royals. Exactly, man. These are a bunch of kids that like playing baseball. I think the momentum will be there today. Go ahead, Jose. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I said that I needed to see the Royals beat the Rays pretty resoundingly the other day, and they did. And then I was like, all right, I'm in. The Royals are going to be this year's Orioles. Young team, just fucking dumb enough to think they're in every game. Now, bless their hearts, they need fucking bullpen help so fucking bad. The Royals do. So I'll be interested to see. And Bobby Witt's going to be in the top 5 MVP finisher this year. So the Royals are a very legit team. Honestly, I go back and forth which team I'd rather be, the Royals or the Mariners. But I
Royals.
ultimately, you get the best starting rotation in baseball too with the
Nah,
Mariners.
it
So it's
don't
tough.
matter if you can't win when it matters.
It's tough. It's tough, and they definitely have not shown the ability to win when it matters. So I can't really get behind the Mariners with all confidence here. They've just, again, like you said, Debbie Cap, there's been a team that just simply cannot get it done when we need them to. Um, but I lean their way again, and we've talked about home dogs. Shout out to Troy Torrance. We should not take home dogs from plus 120 to minus 102. Royals or that. So I lean Mariners, but nothing here for me.
I think this game goes under, but I'm not a big fan of betting unders in games where I think there's momentum for the Royals. I really do. And I hear that whole market thing. I'm not betting this game. Go ahead and move on. I got more action later tonight. I've been loading up on Saturdays. Today I might only have 3 bets.
Not Flush Allen is friends with all the major leaguers here. He's good friends with Kyle Isbell as well. I'm sending one of my Royals friend fans, I guess. This is well enough, Flush, just so we can laugh a little bit as well. So shout out to Kyle Isbell. And Jake Burns' 2 favorite plays today. First 5 team total over 1.5 for the Royals and the Yankees today as well. Very interesting plays. Thank you, Jake Burns, for sharing. As always, let's go to Rockies Cardinals. And this was the first game I feel like I had good luck on in I don't know how long, Dabby Cab. Cardinals go up 3-0. I think the bet's lost. First 5 with Austin Gomber, and then the Rockies storm back and win. So that was awesome. Or when I say win the first 5, they obviously lose full game. So shout out to them. I was very happy, and I felt like a robber in the night, taking the money and walking away with fucking oodles of cash in my fucking pockets. So I don't want to go back to the bank that I just robbed here, Dabby. Kyle Gibson's pretty solid. Ryan Feltner, meh at best. It was just no action for me here.
He
And
doesn't
you know what?
deserve that. He's not good.
He's not. You're right. And if I think it's funny that I would say Luis Castillo is not good, and I'll call Ryan Feltner meh. That's what expectations do to you right there.
I was about to say, there's the problem right there.
Expectations for these pictures. Money line markets here, because I know everyone loves hearing them. So shout out to you guys that only watch the show for them. I appreciate you watching the show nonetheless. 92% of the bets, 91% of the money on Los Cardinals here, and totals wise here, 82% of the bets, 93% of the money on the over. This total has actually no, it was a 8.5 minus 105, and it's about the same as well. So no action here for me. Dabby, you're not moving on this game?
No, but anybody who says they only watch for the numbers is a lie. You can look down at your phone and get those numbers easily. If you tune in to all of this shit that we have to say, it's because you want to hear our sweet, sweet voices serenade your ears. Don't lie to yourself.
That's true. That is facts. People, I have gotten DMs saying that they love the sound of my voice, especially when I talk about pulling things out of my ass. Guardians, Marlins here next on our slate. Ben Lively versus Rowdry. I'm not very good at pronouncing these game names, as you guys know. Munoz here on the bump, recalled from AAA to get the start here. Has gotten 3 starts in the majors this year so far. We'll go over them real quick. Dodgers at the Dodgers, crushed 4 2/3, 6 earned runs, 4 home runs allowed. It's the Dodgers. Colorado Rockies at home, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Chicago Cubs at the Cubs, 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs on 2 home runs, 7 Ks, 1 walk as well. In the last few starts for him in the minors, he went 6 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 2 home runs allowed. Jesus. Right before that, he went 8 shutout innings. And before that, he went 6 innings, 1 earned run there. I mean, obviously, I don't trust the guy. I expect him to have a pretty decent start, honestly, but the Cleveland Guardians are a good hitting team. I'd rather believe in these guys getting the call up and have their maximum focus on these starts But sometimes it doesn't matter when the Cleveland offense is that good. 5 2/3, 2 earned runs, and 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Last 2 times out for Ben Lively against the Nationals and the Angels here. Markets in the games. Let's talk about them. 80% of the bets, 93% of the money on the Guardians.
Hey, I got you, most. Haha, that was just a joke.
Okay, fair enough.
He said he was here to see if you get cut off.
No, hey, I had to look. I was like, what did Rem say? So I had to go look for myself
Get
as
it?
well.
I cut you off. Did you follow?
52% of the bets and 56% of the money on the over. Dabby Cab, any thoughts here?
I think
Rem most really liked it. Rem loved it. He got it. We got Rem to laugh. We're good here. And then now you've killed him, Rem. You've killed Dabby.
I can't breathe today, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I'm not an allergy type person. It's driving me crazy. I feel like awful. The Guardians, man, I think you got to look at, laying a run line with them here if you're going to bet this game as far as the side goes, obviously. Maybe in the first 5, maybe full game. They just keep winning. It's what they seem like what they're going to do this year. 7-3 their last 10 road games.
Best record in baseball, I believe, still.
And well deserved. They've been playing great baseball. And then you look who they're playing, one of the worst home baseball teams in all of baseball. I mean, one of the worst teams in all of baseball all around, but definitely one of the worst home teams. Marlins only have like 10 or 11 wins at home this season, something like that. And Lively's been good on the mound. He's given up 2 or fewer runs in 3 consecutive starts. So, like I said, first 5 run line or full game run line with the Guardians is the only way I'd really look at this.
So the chat's starting to come up with some good stuff for us here, Dabby Cab. Saturated is asking if Step Brothers is based off of us. And then Nunya is saying that we basically that we can recreate Step Brothers, but all we need is a musical number. So I'm already interested, Nunya. I'm already interested to see what your musical prowess has to say. Is it going to be like what is that? Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where we just do like a puppet opera? Is that what we're gonna do? Or are we gonna do Barbie, I'm Just Ken kind of opera here? Let me know, Sad Nunya, what you're thinking here. But by the way, Don Flush saying great team total spot here as well. Okay, see, Bismarcky, sure, I can see Dabby Cab being Bismarcky-esque. You have some pipes on you, Dabby? Not right now because you can't breathe through your mouth, apparently, but
right now I would sound like a seagull.
Okay, fair enough. A seagull, Dabby Cab. All right, let's go to game of the night. Dodgers, Yankees. We had the Dodgers yesterday. They cashed. It was very sweaty, especially because it was super juiced, but we cashed. That was nice. Dabby Cab, I admittedly want to go right back to the well. I want to go right back to the Dodgers here. Gavin Stone has been solid, and I am the number one Nestor Cortez hater, apparently. I just don't believe he's been a good pitcher. Don't think he's going to be on the roster. Well, I don't think he's going to be on the postseason roster, for example. He might be like a lefty reliever, but I don't trust the guy. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are your best team against lefties full season. 130 weighted runs created plus. Last month, 144 weighted runs created plus. I think the Dodgers are alive here again. Markets, let's talk about only 20% of the bets, Dabby Cab, on the Los Angeles Dodgers, but 94% of the money on the Dodgers. Bless you, Helga.
Man,
very interesting.
Give it to her.
Yeah, you've passed on your disease, Dabby, to us.
No, this that was opened up.
Oh yes, yeah, you're right. No, that the man that she was porking last night.
That's where the disease came from.
Got her sick. It was sick. It was disgusting. I woke up so angry, Dabby. I remembered at one point. I remembered who it was as well, and I've already forgotten now. But it was real disappointing.
Oh, it was your dream. See, I heard the story wrong. I thought she told you she had a dream, and I was like, "That's a little fucked up." I was so confused. Okay, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah, Helga, Dabby thought it was your dream that you cheated
I
on
thought
me.
she woke up and she was like, "Yeah, I had a dream that I was just fucking somebody else," and you were like, "Okay."
Oh no, it was my dream. It was my insecurities, Dabby Cab. Unfortunately, I don't know if you were good. I don't know if you're good. Helga just asked if she was good in my dream. So that's a question. Dabby, do you have any thoughts on this game as we keep getting off the rails?
Oh man, shout out to the chat, man. Peter rolling in, saturated, Nunya, my guy, Joey, Nutflush, all you guys, man. I love doing this with you guys.
Okay, then I guess I said it backwards apparently. So apologies. Earlier I said it was her dream. It was my dream. So my bad.
Yeah, that's what you said. I was like, the fuck? That's a little messed up, man. But I figured roll with it. So that's what I did. Anyways, Nestor Cortez, I don't know if he deserves necessarily the exact hate you've been getting for him. 3.46 ERA on the season's not going to win you the Cy Young Award or anything, but he's 3-1 at home with a 1.12 ERA at home. He's been dominant over his past few starts. He's going to help neutralize some of those bigger left-handed bats here in this lineup, like Freeman, Muncy, Otani, right? Like you want him going against these lefties. I don't know. I'm excited to watch this baseball game. I think the line is right where it should be. You take whichever team you want because it's a coin flip. Either of these teams could win this game. Okay. Over, maybe.
Chat,
I don't know.
Chat, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna be moving on the Dodgers. I believe full game money line again. But let me know what you guys think in the chat as always. And yeah, it was my dream. I just woke up furious, Dabby Cab. Just furious. Like what the fuck's going on? And yeah, JPZ's right. I guess I just want to be a cuckold. Apparently, that's what I'm dreaming about. So who knows? Maybe I need to unlock this part of me, JPZ. Thank you for helping me. Maybe this will be a Saturday morning thing I need to figure out. Let's talk about our next game here, and that's going to be a great game, by the way. The first game was awesome. Seeing Yamamoto dominate yesterday was sick. And Dabby, did you see that video real quick of Yamamoto long tossing?
No, I don't watch videos of Yamamoto long tossing.
So it went viral because they were going foul pole to foul pole. But he took just zero crow hop. It was literally like he was throwing off the mound and he just lifted his leg, push off, and just fucking hucked the ball, and it just went the easiest foul pole to foul pole throw you'll ever see in your life. It was a little ridiculous because of how easy it looked, but everyone was like, "You've never seen a baseball player play long toss, dude? What the hell?" So I got a good laugh out of the whole thing. So, but you'll enjoy that clip.
Did you see a video on the internet and then just impersonate how people talked, even though you didn't talk to anybody about it?
Yes. I mean, yeah, and I obviously have no one to talk to about these things. I obviously have no one to talk to about these things, so I have to tell someone.
Just making sure that's what happened because I thought so.
Yes, and Nut Flush. I'm taking the money line because I just don't know. It's 4.5 plus money for my team total. If it was 3.5, obviously I'd be all over it. Nut Flush. We all know that. But 4.5 is kind of scary, and I think Nestor Cortez can give up like 3 earned runs. And if he gives up 3, this Yankees bullpen's pretty good. So I'm a little worried there, but I'll write down that team total over for you as well. Not Flush. I like your thoughts as always, but that's why I initially was not on it. So just letting you know. But let's keep it going. And Not Flush thought that was Dom Ricci.
I'm not done talking about this one yet because I might take the Padres team total again here, Jose. I took it yesterday.
Oh, really? Well, please take it away. We haven't even started this breakdown, so you started off for us.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure because once before or twice before, I feel like maybe you passed me just assuming I don't have action because, yeah, most of the time I do. I don't. I think I might take their team total here again. Nelson is not somebody, the better hitting teams have really got to him. If you look at the season, he's got a few zeros sprinkled in there, but, he's got the blow-up starts against Detroit, gave up 4 against Texas, gave up 4 against San Diego last time they played him. Excuse me. God, I can't breathe today. But gave up 5 against New York. I just, he's one of those guys that a good right-handing team puts runs up against, and I keep saying it. The Padres are a good right-handed hitting team. It's what they are. So I might go back to it. I haven't done it yet, but I might go back to it today.
Okay. What's the number you're getting?
4 minus 110.
And by the way, yeah, Nufflush is saying, dropping wisdom, that try to find books that let you ladder up and down those team totals. And let me look and see, because I was just looking at Bet Online there, Nufflush. I think Bovada allows you, or does give you, multiple options. Let me see here. No, only 4.5, minus 105 over there though. So interesting. And first five team total over is 2.5 plus 120 for the Dodgers. It's even money for the Yankees. So interesting. No action for me in that. Or well, we talked about my action in that game, I should say, but no action for me in this game so far. Dabby Cab. I did want to take an over, admittedly. I backed Matt Waldron for the first time last time out, and he did pretty well, I believe. I've just been anti-knuckleball, and I just say, you need to prove it to me if you're a knuckleballer in this league, and he went
Yeah, but dude,
6 1/3.
That's because you're thinking of like the knuckleballers who like throw an 82-mile-an-hour fastball and then a knuckleball. Like he throws 96, 97. Like he's not just a knuckleballer.
Let's see. I'm interested to see how hard Matt Waldron. I want to know how hard he's throwing his knuckleball now, just for curiosity's sake. Is he throwing that knuckleball?
70s.
I was say
that's
he throwing it like 90.
No, dude.
That would be
70-mile-an-hour
awesome.
knuckleball is not. I'm telling you, he might be good. I've watched him only a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, he's been solid in his last few starts, obviously. 6 1/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run against the Angels, dominated the Marlins, 5 innings, 2 earned runs against the Reds, 5 2/3, 1 inning against the Braves, 5 1/3, 2 earned runs against the Dodgers. He's just been solid ever since he blew up against the Diamondbacks. And you know, I honestly think he could be live here again to pitch well. That's no wonder why he got minus 144. But went 3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 7 of them earned against the Diamondbacks earlier this season. I think he'll have revenge on his mind here, Dabby Cab. So you want a team total here, you said? You're not obviously on it yet, but you like it?
No, I haven't got on it yet. As you could hear and see, I'm struggling this morning. And I'm not going to give out bets until I've officially made them. So when I actually make them, I will give them out.
Okay, fair enough. No action for Dabby Cab thus far. Jesus. We have one more game here, and we'll finalize our action here shortly. But and again, chat, let us know what you guys have to say in the chat, as always. John, I'm bringing the Venezuelan flag, but it would be kind of funny if I did leave it here as like a sign of like, we own this. This is our land. Trying to fight back against the raccoons here, but no, it'll
thought it was
coming
raccoon, bro.
It is both.
It's one or the other.
Shout out to the raccoons in the chat. Let's go Houston Astros, Los Angeles Angels. Dabby Cab, your other favorite baseball team. Astros and Hunter Brown. I have not trusted Hunter Brown. I don't believe in him. It's been shaky at times, and he's still super young. So I'm glad that the Astros have just let him kind of figure it out. Just go out there and throw. We have plenty of injuries. This is your time to figure this shit out. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs last time against the Minnesota Twins. Dominated the Mariners, but who doesn't? Dominated the Angels and seemingly turned his form. But I don't know. I still don't trust him. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs against the Angels, 1 home run and 3 Ks, 3 walks. I'll admit, again, I believe in the zigzag theory. And the zigzag theory plays the opposite way here as well. So I definitely think he could get touched up. And again, I'll underline it again. The zigzag theory, I think, works both ways, because the Houston Astros at the Astros last time out for Tyler Anderson, and it wasn't last time out, it was 2 starts ago, but the last time he faced him, 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run performance for Tyler Anderson, arguably his best start of the season right there. And he's given up 1 earned run in his last 4 starts in a row here. I think the Astros familiarity will be there. If he can get touched up here today, I like the over. Let's check out the market here and see where it's going 64% of the bets, 59% of the money on the over. Kind of rare, again, not all the money on the one side. 85% of the bets, but only 41% of the money on the Houston Astros. I agree with that, at least. I don't believe the Astros are good, so I like that. But the line has indeed climbed, Dabby. This opened up at a minus 135 for Houston. This is now minus 163 at BetOnline. This opened up at minus 163 at Bovada. It's at minus 174 there. So tough to bet the Angels with that market move going towards the Astros. On the total here, this opened up at 8.5, minus 115. It's now minus 120 to the under here. I want to give you a refresh to make sure my odds are up to date here. Minus 115, minus 120 to the under. I lean over still. Dabby, what do you think about this game? You're muted.
Saturated just put a Jordan in the chat. Obviously, I like it. I don't think I'm going to bet Alvarez again today. I don't just bet something every single day. Yesterday, I was very confident.
Wait, what?
Bet. What?
You're telling me you don't bet something every day, like the Corey Seager prop. But you fucking bet the Corey Seager prop blindly like every day last year.
If I bet it every day, then I'd have like 150 bets with it. I bet it a lot. I bet my bets a lot. I stick with my guns. I stick with what I know, yes, but I don't bet it blindly. That doesn't mean I don't think Jordan can get it. He can get it easily. I was very confident yesterday in that prop. I ended up putting another 250 on it. It was my favorite bet of the day.
So you're back. You made up your hamstring money.
Yes, on that one I made up my hamstring money. Those are the only two bets I had 500 on this week, so that was good. But
stressful. What inning did he get it? Did he get it on that bases clearing double?
Yes, in the 7th.
Oh man, I know you were sweating your ass off.
Listen, bro. I had 3 bets yesterday, and at one point, Jordan needed 1 base, and it was the 7th inning. The Blue Jays were tied 1-1. And the Padres needed 1 more run, and they were in the 7th inning. I was just like, every single bet came down to the wire. But yeah, here I would take Jordan. I'm probably not going to do it today. I'm not going to get behind Brown, but the Astros have got a few more games, Jose. I told you 40-40. They'd hit 500 by the 40-40 mark. They're 29-35.
Oh, so no, I have it written down, Dabby. Don't you worry. It's in my notes. It said next 40 games, Astros will be in first place, June 5th.
See, you keep fucking saying the wrong thing.
I have it written down.
I said that they would be at 500 by 40-40, which means that they have to go 11-5 their next.
They're not going 11-5. Fuck that. This team sucks dick, Dabby.
No, 16 games. God, no, 11-5. Anyways, I'm off this game. I'm done here. I got to sneeze. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm not on this game.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. Let's recap our action here, and let's send Dabby Cab on his way because he's dying. Dabby Cab is dying slowly but surely, and we have to keep him alive one day at a time. So we appreciate all you guys that have watched this program, especially with the horses on right now. Go tune into the horses right after this show. Jimmy and company doing their thing. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, obviously, betting throughout the whole day. My plays for today, I'm officially in Nut Flush. I'm riding with you. And Steven Harrison, I'm going to ride with you. It is very rare that I play player props. And I have been doing Dabby Cab. I think you've been around when I've said this. I'm doing hypothetical bets to track and see how I'm doing on total base props because I want to, because I see all you guys fucking cashing on them. I'm not oblivious. I see them. And I'm trying to, find a way to get myself to bet them. So I'm going to bet one or hypothetically bet one every day this month and see how I do record wise and blah, 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 blah. I, so far, Dabby Cab, am 5-4. I took 2 losses on one day. That didn't help me. I'm sticking to 1 a day. That'll help me a little bit. Yesterday we had David Fry. He cashed on against Ryan Weathers on a double. I will be betting And it's for tracking purposes, it'll be a full unit. For me purposes, it'll be like 10, $15. Bryce Harper home run today. It'll be fun. It's the England game or London game. Let's have some enjoyment. So Bryce Harper home run on my card officially here. Someone help me out and find the juice for that while I go through the rest of my plays. I'd appreciate that. I'm on the under 10 minus 106. The Nerfy in that game at even money as well. If Bryce Harper hits a home run in the first inning, I will be very conflicted. But I guess I'll be happy because I'm sure that Harper home run will pay for both. Washington Nationals first 5 money line plus 105. Orioles Rays first 5 under 4 minus 102. Again, I've been horrific on first 5 totals, so tail fade at your own risk. Dodgers money line plus 108. And shout out to Nufflush Allen. Dodgers team total over 4.5. I'm riding with you, Nufflush. Plus 105 for me. My hypothetical base prop of the day. And it actually is not a base prop because I tried to look at total bases for this guy and it's only over a half and it was minus fucking 200. I was like, fuck that. So Dabby Cow, I'm taking a page out of your book here. CJ Abrams over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Charlie Morton and the Braves, I guess. Minus 115 for me. So that is my hypothetical play of the day for you guys that care. And plus 390. Plus 390 is what we're getting at Bryce Harper home run. So thank you, Justin. I will use that odds there, and I'll look up later and see what I'm getting. But those are my plays. Dabby Cab, what are you on?
Phillies first 5 run line. It's minus 110. And that's the only bet that I have made so far. I'm probably going to take the Padres team total over. I have interest in the Guardians on the run line or the first 5 run line. And then obviously I still do like Yordan Alvarez. And you know what? If I get to the window on other stuff and have a good day, I might take Alvarez again. But I'm not just going to say that, that's a lean right now. It's always on my mind. But yeah, those are the only things I bet so far. Phillies first 5 run line. And then I'll probably be on the Guardians run line and the Padres team total over. Just have not bet those last 2 yet.
All right. Fair enough. Well, Dabby Cab, thank you as always for joining me. Thanks for battling the battle here today through your sickness. Where can the people find you?
Right here, man. Pub Sports Radio. You guys know where to find us. I'll come on the horse racing later, man. But shout out to you guys. JPZ, my dude, Nutflush, Nunya, Peter, everybody in here, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow.
All right. We will be back tomorrow. Well, I should say he will be back tomorrow. Dabby Cab and Mike M hosting tomorrow's Say Hey Plays because I have to move all my shit and I'm not excited about it. So I appreciate all you guys. And yeah, Nutflush, don't you worry. Those were all mentally written down in my head there. And we'll be looking at Dabby Cab's Twitter feed because if he does not tweet some of these out, we know what they become. And Yordan is already there. Yordan's already there. I'm going to switch this so you guys can just see the graphic. Yordan's already there if he's not betting this shit. So
Arise got his again too. So it's really a 2-3.
Oh boy.
And actually, if you want to be technical, Yordan got there yesterday too. So it's really a 24.
Oh man. 24-4. Waffles plays of the day. So shout out to the Belmont Steak Show. Go tune into it right now. I just uploaded the better graphics so you guys can see it in sharp HD as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Dabby, thanks for hosting tomorrow with Mike. Shout out to Mikey Money. Thanks. And I'll see you guys on Monday.